Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. If for a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. If for a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. If for a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. If for a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this. Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care. On the day we are together again. On the day we are together again, I will pull you in close like a hoop with no end. On the day we are together again, we will share the same table again. We will share the same table again. I will pass you the salt, the candlelight will bend when we share the same table again. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will stop for a snack at the taco truck stand when we walk around the block hand in hand. Someday that survive somehow. I will write you a letter for now. I will help the strangers I meet. I will help the strangers I meet. It is possible to get back on our feet. I will help the strangers I meet. To the healers who keep us alive. To the healers who keep us alive. A toast to your courage, knowledge and light. To the healers who keep us alive. And the ones we love who are gone. And the ones we love who are gone. We remember the stories and we sing the songs for the ones we love who are gone. And on the day we are together.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere, but you chose to be right here with me, and I am thankful for that. Today is February 23rd, 2024. It's good to see you all in chat. It has been a couple weeks in the true crime community. Way too much stuff going on, to say the very least. So today we are talking about Elijah View, little 3-year-old boy who went missing out of Twin Rivers, Wisconsin. Ah, well, we got a lot to talk about because there was a court hearing earlier and others have played it, so I'm going to be playing it. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good to see you all. Thank you all for being here. So, what I'm going to do today, we are going to be there is a troubling I had a lot more compassion, to be honest with you, for that girl. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? You don't have to do that. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you, Darcy. Thank you. Thank you. If you was gifted. Thank you, Vet Girl. That's the biggest super chat I've ever got in my life, I think. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Very kind of you, Vet Girl. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's very nice of you. Very kind. Very generous. Um, so she's awesome. You all are awesome. Every one of you, every single one of you. So thank you. So what I want to talk about is I had a lot more, and you guys know this, I had a lot more compassion for Katrina. But after what we found out today, and for those of you that don't know, you was at work earlier or whatever, I am going to explain it all because this is extremely important. There was a court hearing. We know why. We know now why little Elijah was at the house of Jesse. Oh, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. That is, you guys are so generous. That is so kind. Thank you so much, Miss Misty Blue. I love that name. That's cute. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you. Appreciate it. Truly. This is bad, guys. This is bad. Um, one second. So, okay. This guy, he is not a good person. He's got a lot of bad people around him, maybe in his family as well. Okay? He's got a lot. Now, let's go watch the court case, and then we're going to back up a little bit. And then you're going to see why I'm really Katrina knew better. Just flat out, Katrina knew better. She knew better because I'm going to show you, not tell you. I'm going to show you and tell you that she knew better because she had been in this situation not too long ago. She had been in this situation before. And what do they say? When you know better, you do better, right? Or it's what you're supposed to do. When you know better, you do better. Some people don't learn. But this has to stop with our kids. It's got to stop. It's too much. Dawn, thank you so much. That is so generous of you, honey. Thank you so very much. And if you was gifted one of the memberships from Dawn and our sweet Darcy and sweet Dawn, please give them a big, big thank you. Thank you guys so much. Y'all are so generous. Can't even begin to thank you guys enough. So we're going to watch the court hearing. Here we go. We have to watch this court hearing. Misty Blue, thank you for becoming a member, my love. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay.
Because there are some victims that wish to speak. They do have a right to speak on the subject of bail only today. And then I will give Attorney Larson the last word before I make a decision. Attorney LaBrie.
Commissioner, the state is asking for $15,000 cash bail. We're asking for no contact with co-defendant Jesse Vane. We're also asking for no contact with.
No contact order. I'm going to do some commentary during this as well. Oh my God, Kelly K, thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much. Gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you was gifted one of the 5 memberships, please give our Kelly K a big, big thank you.
Any children under the age of 18. Judge Deeds has already found probable cause. That was done yesterday with an affidavit submitted to the judge. So probable cause has been established by a circuit court judge.
Probable cause. That is so very important to listen to. Probable cause. Probable cause. It's an overwhelming proof, more or less. It's more likely to be true than not true, right? Probable cause in the affidavit, which means they take that to the judge, and the judge, signs these warrants and all of that. Probable cause, very, very important, which means they know stuff. When you got probable cause, they know stuff. They're confident in what they're saying.
The state feels that the cash bond is warranted based upon the facts that are listed in the affidavit before Your Honor, as well as the fact that she intentionally sent that child for disciplinary reasons for more than a week to the residents. She was aware of the tactics used.
This is the most important thing right here. I need you to listen to this. She willingly sent the baby, Elijah, to the home. Sent to the home.
Intentionally sent that child for disciplinary reasons for more than a week to the residents.
For disciplinary reasons. Disciplinary reasons to the home for more than a week. Willingly. Willingly. Guys, I'm so mad I'm shaking. Because she's been through this before. And let me tell you something. When I show you what witnesses said that saw Elijah, it's going to bring me to tears. And let me tell you something. I want to be very clear about this. The Hmong people are very good people. But they can be extraordinarily strict as parents. Extraordinarily. Now, Jesse has kids. He has kids. But let me tell you something. There is nobody that I would date for 3 freaking months that I would send my kid to for a week to be disciplined. And you heard it on this channel the other day. Brittany was in here earlier when I was live earlier. Didn't even think about it. Didn't even think about it until she mentioned it. One of the neighbors talked to Katrina. She said she had Elijah at Jesse's house to learn how to be what did she say? A little man, a little gentleman, learn to be a little man. That shows you right there that she told other people. She had to tell the neighbors because nobody knew about this until today. None of us knew about this until today. So that neighbor was absolutely telling the truth. She's probably in here right now. Oh, to be a big boy. Yes. A big boy. That's what it was. A big boy. Willingly and
She was aware of the tactics used and the lack of care provided.
tactics. Tactics for a 3-year-old? 3-year-olds are learning. You know something? When they're 3 years old, they get into things. People think, oh, well, God, these kids get into everything. God, they just get into everything. Well, yeah, they do. That's how they're learning. That's how they're exploring the world. We did the same thing when we were 3 years old. You and I did too. That's how we learned. Oh, I put my hand on that stove. Bam, I burn. Lesson, right? Or you teach them. Oh, don't put your hand on that stove, baby. Hot, 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 hot. No, 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 no. At 3, you act 3. Absolutely. You want to discipline a 3-year-old? Please Google the customs of discipline. He was 3. Mom was gone. For how long? Supposedly a week. The baby was there. Vet girl, even better yet, I have someone who is local who married into a Hmong family, and we're trying to get her on the show here to talk about were drugs involved. And we haven't heard it from the police that drugs have been involved, but in my opinion, absolutely. Hmong family is it's Asian descent. It's a uh, can be from China. Uh, I'm trying to think. That kind of thing. Just say, yeah, a history of. Well, I'm going to show you here in a little bit. Oh, Red, wait. You just wait. Wait till I show you what the hell they've been through. Those babies. Those Katrina's babies, her kids, they're kids, and they've already been through at least 2 men that are so wicked. Now, I don't think Katrina hurt her son, but I do think she prioritized her men over her children and her substance issues, in my opinion, over everything. Oh, Cassie, we're getting there, honey. Just wait. We got a lot
This
to
was an
talk about. I got a
intentional thing
lot to
by
show
her.
you.
And on at least 2 occasions during interviews, she has provided false information on her whereabouts during the past week. So there is a concern of providing false information.
On numerous locations, Katrina has lied about where she has been. So what does that mean? That means they know where the hell Katrina has been, and they know that she has lied. What do I always say in true crime? People who have nothing to hide, hide nothing. If there is no harm, no foul, you tell them the story and nothing changes. She turned her only son over to the family. Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Officers. So there is additional charges of obstructing that will be coming. She does not reside in Manitowoc County. She does have, as Attorney Larson referenced, some prior matters. She has 17 CT 752 out of Outagamie County, where I counted 4 missed court appearances. February 1st, 2018, where a bench warrant was authorized. That was returned on warrant February 9th. May 16th, 2018, bench warrant was issued. Return on warrant was May 23rd. On August 14th, 2018, failed to appear for the plea hearing. Bench warrant authorized. Return on warrant October 19th. November 6th, 2018, failed to appear. Bench warrant returned on November 15th. Then in 17 CT 236 out of Outagamie County, there was a missed court on June 21st. The return on warrant was June 23rd. She also has 2 prior disorderly conduct convictions, one from 2015 in Outagamie County and one from 2011 in Winnebago County. I think
Now, I know everyone is outraged about, because I just saw they have bonds, they have bonds, they have bonds. In the state of Wisconsin, everyone has a bond. They don't have bondsman or anything like that. Everyone has a bond. Now, it's not 10% or 1% or anything. It is, if it's a $20,000 bond, it's $20,000 cash you have to have. Period. Point blank. $20,000 or no bueno. No getting out. You put up cash. Right? Right? Don't write a check your ass can't cash, right? So don't do the crime and you won't have to put up the cash, right? She, Katrina, has a $15,000 bond, which you'll see here. He has $20,000 bond.
based upon her lack of ties, the seriousness of the offense, the prior missed court appearances, that a significant cash bail is warranted, and I would ask the court to impose that with the other conditions requested. Thank you.
And I'll just review, it was the no contact with persons under the age of 18 and no contact with the co-defendant.
Correct.
All right, thank you. All right, so at this point, the victims that wish to speak can come up. You need to come up to one of the microphones. You do not need to identify yourself.
Okay. My family and I are requesting a no cash bail. They are the last two to have seen our baby Elijah. And at this moment are the prime suspects. So until we find the truth as to the whereabouts of Elijah, we like to make sure that these two are readily available for questioning. In the case where bail is given and made, we ask that the person on bail will have no contact with anyone under the age of 18 years old and the families of the victim. And that is all I have.
Right, thank you. Someone else? Or no? Okay. All right, that's the only victim that wishes to speak. Attorney Larson.
Commissioner, I would just indicate that Ms. Bauer does not have any cash to post. She does receive SSDI. She does qualify for an attorney through our office, and she has no significant assets. I understand that she lives in Wisconsin Dells, but she does reside in the state, and she will appear at all future court dates. We ask that the court take those factors into consideration.
This court has neglect charges before it fairly regularly. This case, though, has drawn the attention because we have the missing child involved. And that, of course, pulls at court's feelings and emotions and heartstrings for the care of the child, but it doesn't change the nature of the charges from any other neglect case.
So, what the judge is saying is she understands all of our feelings are involved here because we're obviously thinking about Elijah. But as of now, they are only charged with a neglect, right? Just a neglect, not just a neglect. And anytime that there's usually, this bond. And So she's, you know, she can't really, the judge's hands are kind of tied because they haven't charged them with anything else yet. But they are expecting more charges in the very, I'm sure, near future. So as of now, it's a $15,000 and a $20,000 bond.
I think we have to keep that in mind too, that that's what we have right now. I've seen the probable cause statements. I know there's more specifics about the alleged behaviors, tactics, as I believe Attorney LaBrie referenced it.
I want to know, I cannot imagine when they say tactics, my head is spinning. Tactics? So you let your 3-year-old be disciplined by this criminal who you call your boyfriend while you're not there monitoring to begin with, and these tactics, and then, we found a lead shoe outside of your son and your son is missing, and you didn't call police for a good 3 hours at least?
I suspect that as charging decisions are made, there could be other charges added.
There we go. More charges added.
The mother, though, was not present. She knew, that makes it the party to the crime.
That's very important there. She says the mother was not present. So Katrina was not there. And I think we can take that. I believe the FBI and all of them definitely know what they're talking about. They're the FBI, right? And they're alleging that Katrina was not there when little Elijah went missing. But she agreed to the tactics and the disciplinary actions and leaving him with the caregiver, and now he's gone, lost. And I believe there's only one or two people that know,
Or
in my opinion.
enabling the behaviors. The lack of immediate ties to the community are something I can consider. The likelihood that there would be additional misses. While the family is saying low cash bail, they want the individuals to be available. If they're in the jail.
I think they absolutely, in my opinion, know that they pretty much have it down whenever. Listen, it's a very condensed area, right? There's a lot of people living in those neighborhoods, right? So there's going to be cameras, right? So
Potentially they are
Mhm.
available. Now, the other consideration besides the alleged crimes, to also consider the ability of a person to abide by the conditions, which means are they able to post? And it would not appear that Ms. Baur on her own is able to do so. I do not know if she has resources as she reaches out to her extended family that would be able to assist her in posting bond. I thank Attorney LaBrie for mentioning that
RJ.
Judge Dietz had already taken care of signing the probable cause statements. There's no doubt that the information does meet that standard.
Oh, I'm going to show you, Princess. I'm going to show you all here after this about I wholeheartedly now blame Katrina just as much. Even though she may not have did this, she has been through this before, and I'm going to show you.
I am going to set cash bail. At this stage, the $15,000, while substantial, is also appropriate. I'll set that amount with the two conditions: no contact with any persons under the age of 18, no contact with the co-defendant, Jesse Bang. And everyone knows the name, so I'm just going to use it. I don't think there's any point, and we don't usually protect the co-defendant. We've been putting the names in the documents. Now, the next hearing
Yes,
will, of
certainly.
course, be on Monday, following usual practices. I don't know where we'll be on Monday, but for court, that will be in branch. We're moving to 3, are we not on Monday? Yes. February 26th, 1:30, branch 3. Failure to appear, a warrant would be issued. You have the right to be represented. As noted, public defender will be representing, at least at this stage. And I believe that's everything. So thank you. You can leave the room.
Now, excuse me. I don't think she has $15,000 to get out. Don't think she has it. Jesse might have more means than Katrina, but Katrina, I don't think she has the family that's willing to. I could be wrong. Now we're going to move to Jesse. Here we go. His is 20,000. Hers is 15. Get in your seat, devil. Yes, cash. I want to scream.
All right, we are prepared. We'll go back on the record. This is Jesse Bang. Mr. Bang is referred for trial.
I believe those two hands that he has folded, abused, neglected, and ultimately, in my opinion, took the life of Elijah. Those two hands we see right there, folded.
Child neglect. There is a probable cause statement. I'll just jump ahead and assume that Judge Dietz signed the probable cause on this matter as well. I don't have that copy. That is the only charge here as well today. Attorney Larson.
Mr. Bang's address is 3918 Mishicot Road, apartment 2 in Two Rivers. His phone number is
Attorney.
920-242-4289. His date of birth is 1/4/84. He is currently self-employed. I looked at CCAP over the past 10 years. There was a 2012 case. There were no misses. It also appears that he's on a federal.
Yes. Think about it. Think about it. Other people's children go missing. They don't hold them normally in a jail cell. So immediately, once we knew that they were being held, I knew some alarm bells going off. Did you say he's on a tether? I'm not sure.
Self-employed. I looked at CCAP over the past 10 years. There was a 2012 case, there were no misses. It also appears that he's on a federal detainer or federal supervision.
Federal supervision.
I had heard that bit of information as well. Attorney LaBrie?
Yes, that's
Commissioner, the state is asking for $20,000 cash. We're asking for no contact with it. The co-defendant, no contact with any children
tether means more or less being watched.
under the age of 18, as well as absolute sobriety. The defendant, as the court had noted, probable cause has been found by Judge Deeds already. He was the actor that was here in the community, dealing with the victim and utilizing the discipline and the tactics as well as the lack of care. I think
Dealing with the victim, the tactics, the disciplinary tactics, and the lack of care.
there is sufficient probable cause that has also been confirmed by the judge.
Sufficient probable cause.
The affidavits that have been submitted. I am concerned about his appearance in court. He has recently been convicted in 2017 in federal court of conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine.
Oh, to distribute methamphetamine. And it was a lot. And we hear Katrina allegedly has been on the meth.
He was incarcerated for approximately 6 years as a result of that and was on supervision when this occurred. I believe there is currently a hold, but that is also being reviewed. He does have prior record in addition to that. He had an OWI first in 2023. In 2007, he had felony bail jumping out of Outagamie County, where aggravated battery and battery were dismissed and read in.
Oh, so aggravated battery, bail jumping. Let's give Katrina a big clap that she gets with this man for 3 freaking months. Yeah, let me leave my 3-year-old with this, meth dealing battery bail jumping.
He failed to appear for his arraignment on May 23rd, 2008, and the return on warrant was May 22nd, 2009. So he failed to appear for court and did not return for a year later. He also has from 2007 a disorderly conduct, 2006 resisting and obstructing out of Outagamie County. That same year, possession of cocaine and second and subsequent out of Outagamie. In 2004, delivery of cocaine out of Winnebago. That same year, possession of cocaine out of Outagamie. In 2002, battery by inmate. Also that same year, child abuse out of Outagamie County, as well as
Child abuse. There we go. There we go. Battery, child abuse, neglect, coke, meth, bail jumping, fighting in prison.
fleeing an officer.
Battery on an officer.
He has been incarcerated a significant amount of time over the past several years. He also, while on state supervision in the past, has had 3 separate abscondings in 2009, 2004, and
3 separate abscondings.
2003. He has contact
How do people get in trouble this much? How do people get in trouble this much?
or family in California, Michigan, and Minnesota. So he does have resources outside the state of Wisconsin. I think a significant cash bond is warranted. I would ask for the $20,000 cash with the no contact with the co-defendant, no contact with any children under 18, as well as absolute sobriety. There was a reference in the probable cause affidavit to consumption of alcohol, so I would ask for that condition as well.
Attorney LaBrie, I just want to verify my understanding. This federal detainer is based upon and it's supervision, so it's much like a probation hold in Wisconsin.
It is similar, but he does have rights to a hearing, and I believe there was a hearing today. I don't know the results of the hearing.
All right, thank you. Okay, at this point, if the victim wishes to speak on this case as well, if there's another victim, this would be the time. No one has to, but this is the time if you wanted to. All right, you think that? Okay. All right, so Attorney
Yes.
Larson.
Yes, but he's absconded at least 3 times. I think more than that, actually, but at least 3 times. And usually, if you've done that, you're not getting out.
Commissioner, the misses and that Ms. LaBrie cited occurred over 15 years ago. Typically, we wouldn't take those into consideration. It is referred as a child neglect. Obviously, we're aware that there's questions about whether it will remain as this charge, but currently it is this charge. He is on federal supervision. He is not going anywhere. When the state is asking for $20,000 cash on a child neglect, I think that signifies that the federal authorities are not going to be releasing him anytime soon.
So the feds, he's tethered. They know where he is still.
He does qualify for an attorney through our office. One will be appointed, but we are asking for significantly lesser cash.
I bet you are. Lawyer.
Well, in one way, I've already set the $15,000 on the other individual. So we have a precedent for today's purposes. And it is clear to me that taking the probable cause statement as true for today, he is the one who was present and would be responsible for any neglect resulting in the child being missing or the lack of care. That being the case, we'll set the $20,000. He also has a greater ability to flee and not appear. I don't know how the detainer will work. The $20,000 cash, absolute sobriety, no use of alcohol or drugs, any kind, anywhere, in any amounts. No contact with any persons under the age of 18. Just to make it clear, if there is a 17-year-old in custody, the jail rules will apply to that. That's not going to be affected by this provision. This is when you are out of custody. Additionally, no contact with Katrina Baur. Violation of any of the conditions would be grounds for additional charges. The initial appearance will be February 26th, 1:30, branch 3. Failure to appear, a warrant would be issued, and you do have the right to be represented by a lawyer. With that, you may leave the room. Now, that is the end of these 2 cases. I am going to allow the victims, everyone stay seated. The victims may leave the room with the victim coordinators first. Attorney LaBrie certainly join them. Attorney Larson, you're done then. Attorney Harrison is on.
That's correct.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now, any members of the public?
All right. So we learned quite a bit there, didn't we? Quite a bit there. Now, like I said, yesterday and the days before, I had a lot more compassion for the mother because she really seemed like a good mom overall. Kids were clean, house was clean, everyone looked happy, healthy, so on and so forth. However, hey Candy, yes, of course we can see you. However, that changed. That certainly changed. Once I heard today that they had probable cause to believe that she was lying to authorities. Why are you lying? And most importantly, that she willingly and intentionally left Elijah at his home for a week to become a big boy. Discipline him and his tactics. We are going to be mortified, I'm sure, once we hear what those tactics were. Mortified. So the reason, not only after that, I want to talk to you about the past and the recent past of her ex, Katrina's ex. Now, I can't put full documents out anymore per TOS. However, I can show you some things without people's full names and all that on it. Jimmy, which is little Elijah's father, is in prison, is not getting out anytime soon. And I'm going to tell you why in just a moment. Not getting out till at least, I think, 2031. So Jimmy, Katrina, they have kids together. You would have thought that Katrina would have learned because she wrote on her Facebook and her TikTok that she loved Elijah and stuff, and how could something so light, meaning Elijah, come from such a dark place, meaning Jimmy. But then she gets with Jesse. State of Wisconsin versus Jimmy. He's got battery charges, strangulation, and suffocation. Some of these he was only charged for. There's like 12 or 16 charges, which I'll show you in a moment. Some of them were dropped. Some of them were pleaded down to. Some of them he was found not guilty, and many he was found guilty. Description: child, high probability / great harm. So Katrina you was in your last relationship, you've been through this before, and then you willingly, you know, if you're in a, a DV situation and you live together and, it's harder to get out, I understand that, but you willingly set your kid with this man intentionally wanting him to discipline your child with these tactics, knowing that you just got out of something like this. This is some of the notes of her ex records. DNA sample surcharge, no sample necessary if previously provided. All financial obligations in this case will be paid directly to the Cowlitz County Clerk of Court office and not your probation agent. If you are not able to pay this full in the first 60 days of release from prison, please call blah 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 and speak to the accountant clerk blah blah blah. Probation agent is responsible to monitoring ongoing payments and make sure all obligations are paid as part of probation conditions. If financial obligations are not paid in full and you're to contact the clerk of court within 60 days of release from prison, a civil judgment shall be entered against you for the balance due. All available enforcement actions will be used to collect this debt, including sending unpaid obligations to the state debt collecting agency. I'm trying to read here. Any assessments and counseling as recommended by the DOC defendant is authorized to receive photos of children if provided by victim and according to rules of prison and agent random urine drug testing shall not be in contact with victim, her family, her residence, or any of his 6 kids without prior approval of agent and ordered by family court. No contact begins immediately, shall not have contact with Emily and her resident, shall not have contact with any known hug dealers or users, dealers except in a treatment type setting, shall not possess or consume any controlled substance or paraphernalia, including syringes, without a valid prescription, shall maintain absolute sobriety, no alcohol or illegal hugs, maintain full type time employment or school. So this her ex apparently has 6 kids, and these are the notes after, he'll be able to get out, I guess, on probation or whatever. Which he can't see his kids or anything because of the charges that we talked about just a second ago, and a lot more. Description: did her daughter go for discipline training? Good question, vet girl. Not that I'm aware of. Yes, pink pillow. Yes, baby is missing. 3-year-old. Battery. Disorderly conduct. Get this one. Second degree recklessly endangering safety. I had to put the one on the side because I can't really see. Possession of a pew pew when he's already a convicted felon. Count 11. Child abuse. Intentionally causing harm. This is from her last relationship. The last relationship. And what do we got this time? Intentionally causing these tactics disciplinary, right? Thank you, Rap. Thank you so much for 4 months, my dear. Thank you for being here. So, previous daddy intentionally causing harm. What did they say today? What did they say today? Possession with intent, THC, more than 2,500 to 10,000. Possession of, maybe she's born with it, maybe it's methamphetamine. So, sounds like not only are they abusive, why is she doing this again? Yes, she was with him at this time. Yep, she was. And then she sends her son to be disciplined in these tactics whenever everything she would talk about on her social media. Oh my God, I'm glad I'm not in that relationship anymore. Everything was so dark in that relationship. Love and light now. Only God can judge me, kind of stuff. Here's some of the charges. Let's read them. This is what he's in prison for right now. Oh, fusion. Maybe she likes that. Absolutely. Yeah. But you know what? That's one thing for her to like it. Don't put your kids through it. Because now one's missing. You know what I mean? Battery, disorderly conduct, strangulation, and suffocation. Another strangulation and suffocation. This wasn't just on her. This was on the kids, the family. Child, 2 counts. Child abuse, high probability / great harm. / great harm, high probability. I agree. Hit the like. I agree. 2 counts of that. Battery. Disorderly conduct. Possession. Pew. Convicted of a felony. Possession of a pew. Convicted of a second degree recklessly endangering safety. 2 counts of those. Recklessly endangering safety. Battery. Disorderly conduct. Now the next 2 charges, child abuse. Intentionally cause harm. 2 of those. Intentionally causing harm. We can see you, Reese. Child intentionally causing harm. 2 counts of possession with intent, THC, 2,500 to 10,000 Gs. And 2 counts of mathematics amphetamines. What? So, Katrina, you have lived through this before. And so has your children. And so has your children. Strangulation? Child abuse? Great bodily harm? Disorderly conduct? Meth? THC? Recklessly endangering the safety? Battery? Strangulation and suffocation? And then you get with his cousin, distant cousin. You've talked to him since sometimes this past fall. And you intentionally, like the judge said, like they're alleging. Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate you. Thank you, my dear. It is, Alyssa. It is. Because I really thought otherwise. But after we heard that today, and I knew the past, there was no way hold on one second. Someone was messaging me about this. Candy, may they both rot in prison, then hell. Yeah, absolutely. I know. But to allow your kid with this man that you don't even really know that well. But let me tell you what crushes my soul, guys. Crushes my soul. I'm going to show y'all. Crushes my soul. Oh, thank you, Canadian Cookie. Thank you, my love. If you, whoever received that membership, give our sweet Canadian Cookie a thank you or a cookie. Thank you, guys. Is this right here? Before we knew any of this, last night, I showed you this picture. And we said, God, he looks like he was crying. He looks like he was crying. Thank you, vet girl. Yeah, three-nager boot camp. He was afraid. Well, now we know. Now we know how he was acting. Because the person is talking. That saw little Elijah there. I know. Sometimes I look at these photos and you literally just want to stop time and take them out of that situation and then push the play button. I redacted the names. This is in the discussion. You can find it. Jake, I'll tell you his first name. His first name is Jake. This was at my shop on February 16th, 2024. Sent my videos in to the detective. Selena writes back to him, Jake, did anything seem off about them? Do you think? Question mark. Jake replies, Selena, everything was off. But please, let's not go around spreading rumors without knowing facts. This is just a group is turning. This group is turning into, and it's sad. And Jake says, did you see the picture? Karen says, Jake, what ways was it off? Was he on drugs? Question. Did Elijah seem scared? Question. What makes you say that? Question. Jake says, Karen, I just had a feeling of the kid being there was not at all natural. Weird actions. The kid just sat there. That's not like a natural posture, is it, right there? He's in a very defensive, very uncomfortable. Froze up again. What do you mean froze up again? Did I freeze? Um Also, I also wonder, they didn't take their coats off or anything. Okay. I wonder, is there bruises? Thank you, Anna B. Thank you. Appreciate you, my dear. Hey, Brandy. Coats are not off. He's got a hoodie on, or a big, big jacket, a toboggan or a beanie, and a hood over it. Okay. Thank you, Diamond. Right? Said he seemed, had a feeling the kid being there was not at all natural. Weird acting. The kid just sat there. Look at there. This face breaks my heart. You evil son of a bitch. How dare you? Katrina says in an autism support group, one of my neighbors just came up to me and said, quote, I don't think your daughter is autistic. I think she's just a spoiled brat, end quote. Excuse me, sir. She was diagnosed with an autism specialty clinic, hours and hours of testing. Yes, my daughter is spoiled more than she should be, probably be, but her dad was extremely abusive to her between the ages of 2 and 4. We know that. We just read the charges. Until I was able to leave. I'm trying to help her heal by providing everything she needs and giving her all the love in the world. Is there something wrong with that? Question mark. And she's right. She's absolutely right. Her ex is extremely was abusive to the children. Was extremely abusive. Hold on 1 second, y'all. What's going on here? Just trying to check something out. Bear with me. Okay. Now, she writes, could not go up against men, had to take it on a little kid. Coward, coward, coward. I agree, Cassie. These poor babies have never known normal. Anna B, you're exactly right. They have been abused and neglected and beat and strangled. And you thought it was okay to let your 3-year-old go and this happen again to your kids? She must have been smoking meth. She had to be smoking meth to think that. This is I'm telling you something, guys. For for people who has never been for people who's never been out on the ground when something like this happens, right? I was at the Quentin Simon, Summer Wells, been a lot of places. It is it is a lot. It is a lot of it's a lot. Can't imagine what the police and them go through, right? She writes here, I need help. My 4-year-old daughter is currently in foster care due to her father being violent. When I left, I lost my home and they took my children. Let me see if I can make it bigger for y'all. They took my children. I have 2, but my 4-year-old is autistic. When she is angry, she has violent episodes. Gentle parenting works. However, the social workers are claiming I give her control, which is not the case. But they keep insisting I give her timeouts, which will not work for her. Please, I need advice on how to handle these episodes because I've met all of the conditions of getting her back, but now they are making it harder on me by saying I need to, quote, show her who's in charge, end quote. I can't imagine them saying that. The worker doesn't have kids of her own and doesn't have any experience working with autistic children. Was it retaliation? Interesting. Very interesting, isn't it? So this little face. Look at that face. And look at the way Jesse is looking at him. So what did you do, Jesse? Did you feel powerful in bullying, neglecting, hurting a kid, making the kid's life torture for a freaking week? He's got his hand. It's like he's not even giving him room to, you know what I mean? Uh, that we're aware of, yes. Look at that. I think of these babies of the fear. Kids are supposed to be comforted. We're supposed to be their comfort, their security. Just like when we were young kids, we had our mother, our father, our caregiver as our constant, the one who made everything better. Nowadays, many of the kids have to do it on their own, and they don't have the means to comfort themselves. They're kids. It's 3 years old. I hope anyone that hurts a kid like this burns in the deepest part of hell. How in the world do you hurt a child? Intentionally hurting a child. So, Katrina, I hope that this picture sticks in your brain and you see the fear on your child's face of what you allowed. It's bad allowing it just by allowing it. But for you to have been through this not too long ago, and the father doing this to your children that you made together, and is in prison for a long ass time, as he should be. But then you allow someone who isn't nobody to your kid. Nobody. You two aren't married. You're not in a serious relationship. You're dependent on each other because of drugs. The only reason you was probably with him to begin with is because you were using, in my opinion. Thank you so much. That is a very kind compliment, Judy. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. So you are just as guilty, in my opinion. Although I want to be clear, as far as the courts, they have not been charged with anything other than the child, uh or I don't even know if it's child, but it's, I forget, neglect. Or was it? Yeah, child neglect. Jesse Ving was charged with child neglect, and she was charged with almost the same thing. Look at this. They walk in this place. The kid can't even walk without this bully, abuser touching him to let him know that he, Jesse, he is the authority. And this is what we call authoritative parenting. We're going to talk more about it later. There's nothing wrong with being firm with your kids. Nothing wrong with being firm with your kids. But this is abuse. And I'll be damned if some man that came in my life 90 days ago is going to tell my kid what to do. No way. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. And then this is what we got. This is what we got left. We got a shoe. That's okay, princess. You take. Trust me, it's heavy. I know. But you take this, and we have a shoe. That's a good question, Mohawk. Oh, God, we can't see it. Look at that. You can just see. You know what? I'm going to ask. Thank you, Blacks, guys. I'm going to ask that gentleman. I bet you he does. Bet you anything he has the same shoes on. But you see, we can't see it here in this. This is Katrina and her little daughter and her baby boy Jesse. And they are currently searching a landfill right now for your son, Katrina. Not that you can hear me. Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Think you got a secret. Where's hit the like at? What's his question? Let me see if I can find it. Do you have any idea on how we can advocate for change? Why doesn't this happen in Singapore? Well, because they don't have. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, there's several things in my. I mean, it's we have a lot more freedoms here, right? And with freedom comes a lot of freedom is a great thing. Freedom is a great thing, but also, you know, there is a huge, huge drug epidemic. And that as well. They don't keep giving these people 70-11 times. It's death. It's death. I mean, bingo. Yeah. And that's right. I mean, honestly, I don't want to get into politics because I don't care who the hell you vote for. It's none of my business right now. But they're all freaking criminals, just in my opinion. And there needs to be term limits and all of that. Nobody needs to stay in damn Congress or something until they're literally wheeled in and wheeled the fuck out because they can't even wheel themselves out of, Congress, or like they're literally being pushed in with a fucking oxygen tank. You don't need to be in an office that long getting paid special interest lobbies. Special interest. Fuck the people. Let me fill this politician's pockets. They don't give a fuck about you. They give a fuck about special interest. You're going to get me started. I shouldn't. I'm sorry. I hate lobbying. I hate lobbying. Nobody should get paid to vote a certain way for special interest groups because you fill the pockets full. That's bribery. It's just another word. Lobbying. Sounds better. It's just a easy way. So, I mean, it's, I don't care what side of the politics you're on. They all do it. Every single one. And we allow it. But now this is the second child in the last 2 years that I've covered. A lot of us have covered. I was actually at the dump in Savannah, Georgia. I was all over Savannah. And now we have another child with a tent like this in a dump. Jamie, we can't see it, unfortunately, but I am going to ask the gentleman who owns that shop if I don't need him to send us a picture or anything like that. I just want him to just to ask his opinion. Does the shoes look similar? If he would be willing to answer that. Hold on, I just got another picture, guys. Oh God, I'm gonna show y'all. I gotta email this to myself. I got another picture of the landfill that just came in. It was another view I found digging just now. Okay. Thank you, my dear. Here we go. Still got tents up. Still got tents up. I know it's not that. It's grainy, but it's because they had to zoom in a lot. Muncie, Indiana. Missy in Muncie, Indiana still. Yeah. Mods, is ICU here? She might be able to slow it a little bit. Let's see. I don't like slowing it too much because it's annoying for people. Only do it. Guys, we are 6 away from 1,000 likes. Come on. Hit me, baby, one more time. Right? And this has to stop. This is it. This has got to stop. Now, you know what we need to do right now? We need to go to Facebook, and we need to check and see, is there going to be a press conference tonight? Does anyone know? Let's go check. Thank you for getting us to 1,000 likes, Shaw. Appreciate it. That's an interesting question. I wonder what the dad of Elijah is saying from prison. Has anyone read anything as he issued a statement through his family? Yeah. I've been and haven't seen anything. Yeah, I'm gonna check Two Rivers Police Department. Let me just go ahead and check that. Let's see if they got anything right here. 1 second. I check the city hall too sometimes because nothing yet. 1 second. Sorry, guys. The boy's mother and the man who lived with them. A new article shows from 1 hour ago. Okay. Here, I'll email this to myself. Okay, Fox 6, Milwaukee. Okay, we're going to go to Fox 6, now Milwaukee. It's 3 hours ago. 1 second. Bear with me, y'all. I don't know. They need to give us. I mean, I don't want them to say what they can't. I don't want them to say things. Oh shit, y'all can't see the thing I'm seeing. I don't want them to give us stuff that they can't. But damn.
Well, take a look at this new drone video. It
Look at
shows
this.
crews working to find 3-year-old Elijah Vu. This at a landfill about 45 minutes west of Two Rivers. Police have been using.
Now think about this for a minute. 45 minutes away. Did the two post bond? Not that I'm aware of. This is 45 minutes away where they're looking at right now. Wisconsin is central, yes. I'll be honest with you. If he was placed in. Is that the one I was looking at last night? CALUMET. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. God, I'm going to show y'all this. Look at this. look at this. I wonder if he was placed in a dumpster. I don't know if he would have been placed in the one at home. It's possible, but I wonder if they took him if it's somewhere else. Oh, it's exactly like Quentin SoFlo, mama. I mean, if the ABC2 thing wasn't there and all that, and I saw these pictures and someone said, "What are these pictures of?" I would have said, "This is Quentin," right? Deja vu all over again. I didn't think I would ever do another case like Quentin's, but now it seems to be the norm. Yep. I I absolutely bet. Yes, they got their vehicles. I did someone said last night that they were looking for one of his vehicles. I have not seen that anywhere. Um I don't think I've seen that anywhere. Mhm. Yep. I bet you they got tips. I bet you they got GPS. I bet you they got cameras and probably other means that we have no idea. Other technologies. Oh, absolutely. There's a reason they're there, Justin. This tells me that he may have been unalive days earlier when was the mechanic shop that's the day it happened. The mechanic was, let me look at the calendar. 16th, Friday. Friday, February 16th. The computer in your vehicles that we have no idea of. See, if it's his car though. Mhm. I want to know, when did she drop him off? When did she drop Elijah off to him? 16th is when they were at the mechanic place. The 20th is when they said he went missing. Any inappropriate behavior against a child, domestic of a, yes, absolutely. Amy is always right. My stepdad of 30 plus years was Vietnamese, and their culture, form of punishment is disgusting. Wow. Um, if you ever feel comfortable about talking about it, um, I would love to talk to you about it. I've got someone who married into the culture, and she she's like, it's really bad. Like, it's authoritative, like way past strict. In fact, I was doing I think I typed in AI earlier. Something about, you know, the parenting, the parenting style, and it said is a AI was like is a very strict type of parenting. Thank you, Jean. Friends, virtually surrounded, and Brandy, I'll cover her with prayers. This is terribly hard for her. Jean, thank you so much, and you are absolutely right. We love our sweet Brandy, and just honored to be your friend. And Monkey's coming home. Yeah, why don't you if you want to email me or text me right there. I am or you can call as well. It doesn't matter. I am behind Justin, but can you please run for president? No, I cannot run for president. Wouldn't pay me to do that stuff. Not yet, Fluffy, but they're going to. They're going to soon. He's getting justice soon. I believe it. All right, let me go back to this thingy majigger.
Canines, drones, just about everything that they can. They're also going door to door. They are looking for little Elijah, who was last seen at his home Tuesday morning in Two Rivers. Police say they're working round the clock to try to find the 3-year-old. Let's give you a timeline of the search for the boy. He disappeared on Tuesday on the north side of Two Rivers. Police asked the public to look through surveillance and public land. And now cash bonds were set for Vu's mother and a man who was living in their home. Fox 6's Abril Preciado picks up the story from here. Abril?
Good evening. There is a sense of urgency in the community, all in hopes to find Elijah Vu, and the family is hoping to find some answers. The clock is ticking in the race to find 3-year-old Elijah Vu. Search parties in different areas of Manitowoc County are looking for any signs of the missing boy.
We felt bad, and I have a kid myself, so I was concerned for all that.
Today, Elijah's mother, Katrina Baur, appeared in court. Baur and Jesse Bang, a man who lived at their home, were both arrested on an allegation of child
I'm sorry.
neglect.
Look at
One of
that.
the boy's
Hold
relatives
on.
asked the court allegation of child neglect.
Look at that. How old is he? I forgot. I'm back. 30. He's not that old. He's 40. 39. I've never heard of that saying. Ginger snaps. They look like 90 miles of bad highway. That's right. 38. Looks like the guy at the desk took the pictures. Yeah. She is extremely thin. Extremely thin. And of course, they're coming off of substances as well. Bingo. Yeah. Math dries people out, makes a hardened look on people, right? Yeah. He's got really bad bags under his eyes. And, he's got kids too. What? He's got a 15-year-old. He turned 40 on 1/4/24. Thank you, Darcy. Thank you so much. And she's 32. I thought she was like 36. 15 years old living with him. So if he's 40, okay, so all right. I want to know, where's the mom to his kids? Where's she? His 15-year-old is nonverbal. I mean, can you imagine being raised with this guy? Guidance. Oh my God, Justin, when you said math dries out people, I'm like, no, I like numbers. Have I not taken a break and my brain is gone? Guidance, let me tell you something. This girl and I see you and us, we have been non-stop. Oh my God, it's been non-stop. Like non-stop. Not wanting to do anything with it. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, Renee. I was thinking either out of fear, or he probably done some damage at some point or another. 24/7 digging. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Let me just see if there's. I thought they would have a press conference tonight. It's Friday. Usually that's when they do a big press conference, is a Friday, and they're off. The which I don't know if they're gonna. I mean, the FBI is on this. They have been pounding pavement, y'all. Pounding pavement. Working very hard. Was that updated 3 hours ago? She meant if he's 17 years old, was locked up, he could have contact with. Yeah, yeah. Where is the little girl right now? Yeah, Jimmy's the father and Jesse's the cousin. They are absolutely related, by the way. They are absolutely related. I have that confirmed. And thank you, Candy. Thank you, Jen. It seems to me with each new case, law enforcement is telling the public less and less details. With loved ones in a good sensory environment per grandma. Per grandma. That's good. That's good. Someone said her aunt has her at the moment. They're in a good space. So if a neighbor apparently saw Elijah on the street, was he trying to get away to find mom and he's been taken back and Jesse punished him severely? Um I didn't he did a neighbor say they saw him outside? Justin Ori Betchwood, I'm for real. I say that with we all needed a fun favorite things video live after this case. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you. Ryan Truth found. Shut the fuck up. Are we sure it's a grave? Ryan found large enough for an adult, though. His video 4 hours ago. No, but law enforcement was going to. He says he found it days ago and contacted police. I meant shut the front door. Sorry, yeah. Because the word in Chinese for four literally translates as da. Well, if he okay, hold on a minute. I'm not trying to be busting a bubble or anything, but if they found this several days ago and they haven't released, if they haven't said they found someone, thank you for calling.
Hi, Justin. This is AC.
Hey, AC.
Okay, I have a question. This may sound stupid,
Sure.
but okay, at the people you're talking about bond hearing, they said they weren't allowed to be around anyone under the age of 18. Would this also include that Katrina lady's little girl?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, because
Yeah, they're not. He's not even allowed to be. He's not even allowed to be around Katrina.
Okay, sometimes I know it happened in a case that I can't mention, but anyway.
Right.
I have known that some people, once they are even registered, like as an RSO, are allowed to be around their children.
Yes. Sometimes sometimes they make an exception being around your own children. Sometimes they make you can't even be around your own kids. In this case, the only people 17 or 18 he can be, like 17 he can be around, is 17-year-olds that's considered adults in the jail, and that's it.
Okay. I didn't know if she was, it said, I think someone said the little girl was with a family member, and I'm concerned that if she gets out on bond, some family members, well, it's just how some people are, they would allow her to be around the little girl. And that I was hoping that was in there, even her children she can't be around.
Right.
Okay. Well, that was just a question, but
well, thank you so much.
I'm not going to say what I want to because I don't want your channel to get in trouble, but there is a really cheap fix for all this.
Oh, I know. I agree.
You can get them in a box at Walmart for about $20.
Yeah.
And just line everybody up.
Yeah.
But you have a good day, darling, and you look flawless. Gorgeous as always.
Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you.
Okay, honey.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Is Ryan here? Okay. Ryan. Ryan, did they? I need to watch his video. I haven't watched his video. IC was just telling me. Uh, did they find did they find anything? Like, what is it? Actual grave? There was what looked to be a shallow grave that had been dug up. Oh wow, that's yeah. They'll test the soil and stuff. Sure, absolutely. Okay, wow. I'm gonna go watch that. Yeah, they'll test the soil and stuff. That's in Tennessee. Where was it at? Oh, he just messaged us. We reported it to Kingsport Police Department. Good. It was super grown in. Every tip counts. Absolutely. He said law enforcement car been at nearby church following his report to law enforcement. It looked like a tree blew over and the hole was from a large pulled out of the ground. Okay. Yes, please be respectful in chat. Uninterest file. Okay. I will look at it. 7 minutes from Dawn's house, right? Well, I'm not secretive about how I feel about, in my opinion, what happened with Summer. I appreciate anyone going out and busting their butt and looking, you know, even if we don't find anything, we know, in my opinion, more where she's not. It's 23 to 25 minutes from the house, actually. How far is it from Jonesboro, Ryan? Yeah. And hopefully the authorities are doing about the same. Okay. Yeah, well, that would be within range. Yeah. It's when they dig a hole to test water percolating into the ground. Ryan, is it close to where CW was intoxicated talking? That was a weird video. That was a weird video. But I know for a fact, Candace has thrown phones in some ponds. Know for a fact. Don't it, Candace? Seven minutes driving, 7 minutes walking, and 7 feet in the. Yes, the video of Can puking was strange. It was strange. But I'll be honest with you. I mean, I really, really, really try to always support law enforcement. Sometimes I think they get very unfair criticism because we don't always know. We don't always know what's going on behind the scenes. And to be fair, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes with Summer's case either. But Don and Candace, there should have been no one up at that house that night. That house should have been cleared. They didn't start testing stuff until the next day. Phones, not bones. And I believe if Don and Candace would have been in Texas or Wisconsin, or pretty much anywhere else other than Hawkins County, and some other places, but I'll name those nameless, things would have been different. Been a lot different with them. Yeah, I'm going to, Tracy. I'm going to, for sure. For sure. All right. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I will be back in a little bit. Probably 11 o'clock. Maybe 10 o'clock. We'll see. 10, 11 o'clock. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you, Guidance. Appreciate you. Thank you all. Truly. Yes, he is. He's got Ronnie's got a lot of his own stuff to sort out, with his family. Thank you, Princess. Thank you all. If anything breaks in Elijah's case, I'll be here. I'll be back in just a little bit. What we're going to be talking about, we are going to be talking about Tennessee, not the Summer Wells case, but we're going to be talking about 2 officer involved pew-pews. 1 perished. Yes, the police officers. If you're sensitive to things like that, it's not for you. Yes, Anna B. It was. Love you, sweet Brandy. Thank you. Oh, near you, Angela? Thank you, Gigi. Thank you, Blue Eyes. Got a secret. Snickerdoodle. There's a press conference at 8 p.m. Eastern. Well, so there's a press conference. What do you mean? Where? Well, then maybe I'm going to stay here. Yes, presser started. Well, hold on. Let's play it. Where's it at? Hold on. Where's this presser? Oh, it's probably at the. Yeah, 8 p.m. has passed. Also, deputy. 1 second. What's it? 2 Rivers. There's not a press. There can't be a press conference. I'm at 2 Rivers right now. Look. Is it in an hour? There's no presser listed. I live in yeah. Okay. Because I'm at Two Rivers now and I'm like looking everywhere. Last time they posted was at 8:25. Okay, hold on. Just trying to see if they said anything else for the. Nope. There is no press conference. Nope, nothing. All right, guys. I'll be back in a little bit. Love you. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. This next live I'm going to be doing, it's going to be very interesting. There's not a scheduled presser. If there happens to be one, I'll pop right back up. But last night it was a press statement. This body camera is crazy. And it's really sad. It's really sad. Really sad. Included toilet training, in my opinion. God only knows. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. All right. Love loves. Bye-bye.